Welcome to the podcast, everybody. I don't know why I'm speaking with a southern accent. This is my new outfit for the next 2 months. This is what I wear out in the cold. I look like a confused man. I got this fucking ski mask thing on, plus a nice pretty boy sweater. I gotta take this off. I just realized I have to keep this on the entire podcast. I look like Ken from Barbie. Right? It's a gay outfit. It's a homosexual outfit I'm wearing. I don't want my face to get cold, so I've been wearing this thing. I bought this when I went to Chile for hiking to like keep the sun off your face. And I've just been wearing it over my mouth when I go through the streets, over my ears. It's nice. It works good. Doesn't feel right. I can't wear like a full shiesty, whatever, like a full ski mask because it fucks up my hair. Sadly, my hair, I love my hair. It's so beautiful. I have luscious, beautiful hair. If you can't see this, if you're listening online, trust that my hair right now is luscious and beautiful and amazing, but I can't wear hats and stuff, or I can't take them off, because then it fucks up my hair. If my hair gets like I need to wet my hair to keep it in shape. If it gets one strand out of place, it goes crazy. It learns that it can have free will, and it'll just go insane, like a weird clown, a serial killer clown with my hair. But no, so I need to wash this at some point too. I feel like this is gonna get quite dirty, just me breathing all day, my face. But it's nice, and now it's making me way too hot in here. Maybe I'll put it on my forehead, like a bandana. No, that's weird. I'll just leave it, whatever. Or else I'll fuck up my hair if I take it off. That's the problem. How's it going, everyone? What am I talking about today? I had a pretty good weekend. Today's Wednesday, the 8th, I believe. Had a pretty good week. Well, the week's not over. Week barely started. I went to the Museum of Natural History this weekend. I've been going to the Museum of Natural History once a year around this time for the last 3 years. And I don't know why. It's just coincidental. And they have the same thing. I don't think I've seen a single new thing every single time. I don't pay for the new exhibits. Basically, if you don't know, the Museum of Natural History in New York, very famous museum, just because it has cool stuff, but also because of the movie Night at the Museum was based there. But if you're a New York resident, you don't have to pay any money. They recommend you pay $25. Like, hey, please pay $25. You don't have to pay that. We paid $1 per person, I think. I've paid cents before. I've taken out coins from my wallet and been like, here, take them, you peasants. Let me see the fine art. So we paid $1. And you get to see cool stuff. They got a giant blue whale hanging from the ceiling. They have some elephants, some dinosaur bones. It's cool. I don't absorb a single piece of information. I look at rocks. Don't know a single name of any rock I saw. Some gemstones, some igneous, some metamorphic, there was some obsidian. I know that for sure. A lot of gems. They actually did have a new exhibit. It was like rappers' jewelry. It was kind of cool. I think some like rappers donated their jewelry to the exhibit. It was in the gemstone area. So I got to see, I can't remember a single thing. I got to see a Jesus piece. That was a nice Jesus necklace. There was something, I think there was some Migos thing there. I don't know. There's one, it was like a history of hip hop too. There was one just like leather pendant. It was like the first origin of hip hop jewelry or something. It was the most disgusting looking thing. Looked like some old South Florida man. His skin just got pulled onto some necklace. I think it had Jesus inscribed in it too. It was disgusting looking. But I guess that was the first piece of jewelry. And they were like, wait, that looks gross. We have to make it shiny and nice. There's a bunch of grills there too. Grills are kind of cool. I don't think they look good, but they're kind of cool. I'm talking about teeth grills, not the George Foreman grill, obviously. But yeah, I went to the Museum of Natural History. It's cool. You know, they have a butterfly exhibit, which my brother always talks about how he worked on the butterfly exhibit. They did electricity for it. It's cost money to do. I think the problem with the extra exhibits is that you have to pay the recommended price to get access to them. So you have to pay the $25 per person plus more money on top. If you pay less than that, you can't even get access to the extra exhibits. Or maybe you can and we just didn't figure it out. But so there's like sea turtle stuff too. I don't know. They have a bunch of extra stuff, but didn't see it, sadly. Didn't see the Neil deGrasse Tyson narrated video of the stars, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so I will probably go back there next year again, my annual visit, to see the same things. It's a cool museum. It's probably one of the best museums in the city. It is nice to go, but yeah. And they don't have a statue of Teddy Roosevelt anymore. I don't know where that went. So many things from the movie just are not there. Like an Easter Island statue, I don't think I saw that. That might be there, but I don't think I saw it. The T-Rex too is kind of underwhelming. I'll say the T-Rex, and we went to the top floor as my brother and my friend. We went to the top floor, and the T-Rex is there, and then we were like, "That's not the right T-Rex." Even though I've been there so many times, I was like, "There's another one somewhere." I remember there's another one. There's a way bigger, cooler T-Rex, and there just wasn't. We like kept searching. Like, wait, I guess that's it. And it's a T-Rex. It's a big ass dinosaur, but just wasn't as grand as I was remembering. Wasn't the big booty T-Rex that I see in my dreams every night. But it's okay. I will be going back. Perhaps I'll be a donor. One day I'll donate. Every single exhibit is donated by person. Like, you'll see like a diorama of bears. It's like donated by Bethany Johnson. Like, how did Bethany get her hands on a bear? I don't know what donated means. Did Bethany single-handedly just drop a bear carcass on the stoops of Manhattan, RFK Jr. style? Or did she just donate the money where they made the bear exhibit? I don't know. I don't know, but some of those have been there for years. They've been there for decades. They got to update. I guess there's no new animals. That's not a thing. There's not like new species coming out. But some of those, they need to change the pose. You know, do a little bit of updated bear poses. I don't know what bears do these days. I'm not a bear expert. But yeah, that was cool. And I learned apparently everyone was sick around New Year's Eve. And I wasn't for the first time in, I can't even remember. I'm always sick around this time. So guess whose immune system learned its lesson? If you guys are listening and you were sick during that time, you suck. You guys are weak, spineless, dare I say bitches. No offense. Get on my level. I'm staring at, actually, I have a pack of vitamin C on that table right there. I don't know. I didn't get sick this time. Thank God. When was the last time I was sick? That's a good question. Oh, I was sick when I went to the Dominican Republic. And I think that was months ago. That's crazy. I'm doing so good. Last year I've had COVID for the past 2 years around this time. That's crazy. I'm doing so good. I just jinxed myself. I'm going to get so sick. Next week I'm going to have to not do the podcast because I'm disgustingly sick. Throwing up everywhere. Yeah, so I just wanted to rub it in your face, guys. If you were sick, I hope you all get better. Hope you all got better. Hope you all recovered. But I'm chilling. I've been licking subway poles. I've been going on the subway, not even washing my hands, going to sleep. Subway hands, just touching my eye sockets, getting germs all over the place. My body said, you know what? We've been through this. None of that matters anymore. That new Chinese virus that's everyone's scared, putting people in the hospital, means nothing to me. Means nothing. My body eats that virus, spits it out for breakfast, reconstitutes that virus. So yeah, I'm not scared. I am actually very scared of getting sick. Getting sick is the worst thing. As a comedian, as someone who needs to speak with his voice, and I already have a very dry voice. I drink water in this podcast every 2 seconds. That'd be a death sentence for me. That is not good. So I'm very scared of getting sick. But what can you do? My body is superior to all your bodies. My body, you guys have looked at my body. You see right now, you see my sweater with a fucking stain on it. I haven't worn this sweater in a while, and I just looked at it. Where's the stain? Right here. There's a stain. I don't know if you can see it. It's a slightly off brown stain. I don't drink coffee. I don't know where it came from. It's been on this shirt for a year, probably. So I don't know what to do. I got to get that out somehow. Or else I can't wear it. It looks like I'm a fool. I came over from eating Sloppy Joe. You can't wear this sweater and with a stain on it. Makes you look like a bum. Well, it makes me look like a bum with this, but this whole outfit just makes no sense what I'm wearing right now. Someone rang the doorbell and I answered. They'd be like, what is going on here? You taking a... This is like a gay bathhouse calendar photo shoot photo. That's what I'm wearing right now. Okay, I'm not sick, but I don't think I actually have a UTI, but I was fearing that I did because there was like a few days, now it's kind of gone away, but there was a few days where I couldn't pee or poop properly. Let's get down to the nitty gritty here, guys. I'm not going to get into details, but just like, I would have to pee I'd go pee and then I'd sit down and I have to go pee again. And I would try to go poop and I couldn't get anything out. And I was like, what the heck? And it's not like anything burned. It was not a fiery... My urethra was not on fire. My butthole was not on fire. But something was wrong. I'm very in tune with my body, especially the pee and poop category. Very in tune. Not my emotions. Let's be clear. I'm not in tune with myself. No, I am. But the therapy side of me, not in tune. My piss and pooping, yes. Every man, you have to understand, every man, they may not go to therapy, but they know their poop schedule. They know their piss schedule. You ask a man how many times he poops a day, he'll be like, yes, I poop 1, 2, 3 times. You ask a man when's the last time he cried? I never cried. Never cried in my life. Sadness means nothing. So just know, we care about different things. But no, I actually cried the other day. But I did poop and pee, and now it's kind of getting better. But it was concerning, and I don't want to. I didn't realize men could really get UTIs. That was kind of naive of me. Never heard of any man getting one. I don't know what I would have got it from. I don't think I had it, or maybe it went away in a week or so. But it was kind of scary. So I haven't been slanging my wiener around town. Haven't been doing that for a while. So I don't know where it would have come from. Perhaps it touched the edge of a toilet bowl in public or something. That's disgusting to even think about. That's so scary to think about. You sit down in a public toilet and your wiener touches the bowl. Ugh. I'm scared if it touches the bowl in my own toilet. If it touches the bowl in... Oh, God. Oh, God. Some lady, you didn't even know that was a thing. Some guys... I'm not saying it's me because I don't have the package for that, but some guys, theoretically, their wiener touches the water at the bottom of the bowl. I'm pretty sure it does. Maybe not. That's kind of crazy. Some guys, I'm sure the biggest man... I don't know. I'm done talking about this. Next topic. Who is that? I think someone just took over my body for the last 5 minutes. That was not me. That must have been my mortal nemesis, Matthew Lorardi. Oh, Matthew, you're at it again. I think I have a neighbor now, which I've talked about this before, but they were like in the middle of the night. They were just doing construction in my neighbor's apartment. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And I keep hearing someone going into that room. And I don't know when they moved in. They must have stealthily moved in at some point because I didn't notice it at all. I've been here... maybe I haven't been here for some of those days. But you would move into an apartment on the 1st of the month. I've been here No, I was in here December 1st. Whoa! They could have moved in that entire time. That's crazy. Oh, shit. I guess they could have moved... Man, I missed out. I don't even know who they are. But I heard them... I kept thinking it was like construction people, and then I heard voices the other day. They were in the hall. They came out of the door, and it was a man and what sounded like I was going to say a Chinese woman. I don't know what makes it sound like a Chinese woman. You ever hear someone, this is not even racist, you ever hear someone's voice, you're like, that person's Asian? Or you're like, that person is, you just know their ethnicity. I would bet money this person was Asian. This woman. It was a guy, probably a white guy with an Asian girlfriend or whatever, I don't know. Asian wife, or... Maybe he's cheating with an Asian woman. I don't know. It could be Harvey Weinstein living next door. I have no clue. I can't hear them, thank God. I don't know if he can hear this. Probably, hopefully not. It's like, actually, she's Vietnamese. Actually, you're wrong. You racist piece of shit. Sorry, bro. But yeah, I heard them, and I was being kind of creepy. I was like by the door. I was like, who is that? Who the fuck is that? When they get here? So I'm curious to see what's going on over there. But I was kind of scared because I'm not sure the level of soundproofing that are between our walls, but I haven't heard a single thing this man has been doing. I only hear him in the hallway. So when he goes into the apartment, and I'm assuming there was a lady with him at multiple points, so they've probably been getting down and dirty. Didn't hear a single word. Haven't heard a single word from them, so thank God. Thank God. It's not like that other apartment I had, which maybe I told you about, where I could hear the people having sex above me every day, multiple times a day. I don't want to reveal too much because I have a joke about that. I have a great joke about that. Funny stuff, guys. Funny comedy from me, Matt Lipari. MattLipari.com for all your comedy needs. It is, I don't know if I talked about it. I did make a new website. It's a work in progress, but it looks nicer than the old one. The old one was just like Beacons AI, which is just a regular website, like a Linktree. I don't know if you've heard of Linktree. But this is my own website. So, getting work done on it, kind of like a 50-year-old woman getting plastic surgery. I'm just getting some work done. Just getting a little bit of filler here and there. I just fill in every so often. So if you need anything, you go to mattlipari.com, take care of you. Everything will be taken care of. You need a new car, I can sell you a new car, mattlipari.com. But yeah, I got new neighbors now, so maybe I'll invite them on the podcast. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I am in need of new guests at some point, and random people would be great. Random people that have no idea what's going on, perfect. Ideal candidates. So we'll see. We're flying through these I don't have much of substance today. But that's fine. This is a very lighthearted podcast. We're here to have fun and make friends and reflect on our lives and just, I don't know, be one with each other. I picture you guys listening to this sitting next to me, just cuddling with... No, I don't want to cuddle with you guys. Some of you guys are weird. Some of you guys smell bad, I assume. I just feel if I had to describe my average listener, the women, you guys are fine. You guys are chill. You guys are cool. You don't smell bad. The men, actually, no, you don't smell bad either. I think you guys are pretty good. I don't think you guys are extraordinary. Some of you are, for sure. Some of you guys listening to this are world-class doctors and scientists and Nobel Prize laureates and whatnot. Some of you guys are, nah, but it's fine. You can be whoever you want. You guys are just chill dudes and ladies. Dudes and dudettes. You guys are chilling. I appreciate that. There's been some controversy at Fox Sports with, I don't watch any of these sports shows, but I feel like they pop up online all the time. You Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp and the gang. These football guys. And there's controversy because one of their co-hosts, Joy Taylor, is involved in a sexual scandal. Apparently she was sleeping with this other football player, I forgot his name, and then the head of the network or something to get ahead. And, not great. I'm assuming this happens at a lot of networks. It's just so sad. There's like this, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like any instance where there's an attractive woman in the workplace and she gets to a certain level, people will assume that she was doing this sort of thing. She's like, oh, she had to sleep with an executive. She had to do all this. She has to show her boobs at work all day. She's got to wear no clothes. And that's not fair. And then you hear stories like this where that actually happened, allegedly. I don't actually know if this happened, but I think we're all assuming it did happen. And you go, damn, it's actually happening to some people. And that makes the people who they didn't have to do that, or they didn't do that. I'm not saying you have to do it. They didn't do that to get ahead. It makes them look worse. It makes them look less credible. So it sucks. This whole situation sucks. And, whoever's at fault, there's sleazy men in the workplace everywhere. Men are just disgusting. Men are so foul. And I'll be honest, if I was a hot woman, if I was a smoking hot woman, and I don't think I would sleep with my boss to get ahead, but I would certainly understand it. Just a disgusting man, like all I have to do is have sex with you and I'll get $1 million job. I'll be super famous. I get the thought process for some people. I understand it. So, obviously it's not what we want to see, but these sleazy men, it's just, that's all it takes. That's all it takes to get this big job is just having sex with someone who doesn't want to have sex with you. I don't get it. It's crazy. Just buy a prostitute somewhere that costs a fraction less money. There's so much less work. Just do it. She also doesn't want to have sex with you. It's the same thing. These people don't want anything to do with you. You're a disgusting old white man. Disgusting, sleazy old white man. Your wife doesn't want you. Nobody wants you. You got to fudge the system. You got to be a creep at the workplace. I don't get it. I guess it's a power thing. I guess it's same with Harvey Weinstein. I guess it's a power thing. At a certain point, I just don't get what having sex with someone who doesn't want to have sex with you does for you. It would do nothing for me at all. It would be a negative thing. I don't get it, but obviously I don't get it because I wouldn't do that. Plenty of people do it all the time. They do much worse. Not even just people that ambivalently, I can't speak English. Not even people who don't want to have sex with you but do it because of money. There are people that don't want to have sex with you. There's no money. You get forced upon by a creepy old guy and they enjoy that. I don't get it at all. I do not get it. But what can you do? So that's the scandal. Joy Taylor is the name of the woman. We'll talk about her. I don't know. I don't know what the truth is. Sometimes, I guess there was also a part of it where she was going to lie and say that the executive at the network forced himself upon her if things went south. She was going to use that as like an ace in the pocket to get out of a situation, which that's not good. That made her look like the villain. Which I guess no one is really good in this situation. All of the parties involved are kind of creeps. And they're all just like deviants, we'll say that. But that did not make her look good. And again, it pushes down credibility for when these things actually happen. People are going to see another story where something happened. They're going to be like, oh, remember the Joy Taylor situation? Remember when they did that? Maybe this is not real. So it sucks. It sucks for all parties involved. Think about the future of your workplace when you do these kind of things. I wish we need a story where there's a powerful female boss. I guess there wasn't the CEO of like Amazon at one point or Facebook. It was like Susan something. CEO of Facebook was a woman, or maybe it still is. I'm not sure what Mark Zuckerberg's title is. We need a story where she was it was a cute little boy, not a little boy, a cute 25-year-old man who was just a Luigi Mangione type guy who just worked. He was a software engineer in the office, and Susan just had her chops all over him. And she made him do wild things to get ahead in the workplace. We need a story like that. We don't need it. That's not a good story at all. But it will bring balance to the scales. The problem is women don't do that kind of thing. Women are way less deviant than men. Men are disgusting, as we just said. So it's not going to happen. But I wish it did happen. I wish she had a harem of young software engineers. This is like my application to Facebook. I would like to volunteer to be Susan's, I don't even know her last name. I would like to work as Susan's personal assistant. I will do anything she wants, anything, and then I put a winky face emoji in my application. Anything she needs. Please let me work at Facebook, please. So yeah, that sucks. And anyone here who has been a victim of workplace harassment, there's no place for it. I think it's definitely gone down recently. I mean, back in the day, back in the 50s, women couldn't even get a divorce or something. Like you have no say whatsoever. So obviously it's gotten better since then, but but men are just disgusting, bro. Oh my God. Men are they don't understand the power dynamic. I think the problem is they're so stupid, some of them. They don't even understand what they're doing wrong. They're like, I am woman's boss, but she look at me with eyes. She must want to suck me. She must want to fuck me. I must make move. I must give her raise because I want penis touch. That's what men think. That's literally my internal monologue all the time. I'm like, shut up. Shut up. I have important things to think about. That's what some men think. They get immediately... You can see a man get turned on in real life. I've seen this happen many times. Many people... You see a man get turned... He thinks he has a chance at being with someone. He turns into like this weird, like, smooth-talking Neanderthal. It's just like, ugh. Bro, get a grip. So many men, probably most men do this. They're just talking to a girl and they think they have a chance with her. They think there's some flirtiness going on. They just become this weirdo. It's like, bro, stop. No one likes it. It's just weird. Maybe I'm just like slightly autistic in this sense. I feel like I don't do that. A random person flirting me there, I'd be like, I just wouldn't even. I think it is a weird like autistic type thing. I'm not saying I have autism, but it's just like you don't even pick up on it. You're not even interested. Like, why is this girl flirting with me? What the fuck? What the fuck's wrong with you? You're flirting with me? Have some morals. Have some respect for yourself. Jesus. I think I'm getting a package right now. I ordered what'd I order? A fuzzy blanket. Oh, that'd be so nice right now. Just cozy up with a fuzzy blanket. Some more recording things. Ideally, I'd like to have another angle for this podcast. I feel like you guys looking at me from this angle is like boring. I could have another camera there, and then it'd be like switching. Even though I'm just one person, you get to see a slight 30-degree offset of my face. It's really going to bring this up a notch. Let me just say that. You think the views are high now? Joe Rogan podcast, here we come. Theo Vaughn podcast, here we come. Here we go. We're not coming anywhere. Haven't came in. No, I have. Not today. I don't know. We don't need to talk about that, guys. I did a podcast. I did someone else's podcast for the first time on Monday, and I'm not going to say what it is until it gets released, because I'm pretty sure it's going to get released, but you don't know. There was a lot of talk about touching ourselves, and it was interesting. I'll say it was very interesting. I had a good time on the podcast, but certainly not my typical demographic. But it was interesting. So I was their first white guest, apparently. But yeah, we'll reveal it when the time comes. But it was fun. But yeah, I don't need to talk about touching myself here. If you want to watch that, you'll plenty of talk about me touching myself and them touching themselves. Basically, we just all started. We got naked on the podcast. It was kind of fun. When the camera stopped rolling, we had a good time. Anyway, speaking of Facebook, I have a Facebook point right here as I sip my water. Oh shit! I almost dropped my water on my manatee statue. That would have been chaotic. Facebook is gonna end their fact checking. I believe Mark Zuckerberg made a video where he was dressed like a 19-year-old fraternity boy. I don't know why Mark Zuckerberg is deciding to do this. I've talked about this in a previous episode, but it's gotten worse. I'm not saying he doesn't look good, but he certainly doesn't look his age. Grow up, Mark. We'll say that. Grow up. I like the change a little bit, but you don't have to wear... He's wearing like a gold chain and like a loose tee. It's like, we ended... You know what I'm saying? We ended content moderation. You know what I'm saying? The landscape is changing. Socio-political, economic... Man, that's what he sounds like, Mark Zuckerberg. That's what he's saying. He's just saying, and shit, I don't want to keep moderating this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking... You know what I'm saying? Shit, it's not worth it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, we too biased out here on Facebook. That's what he said. They ended fact-checking. They're not fact-checking anything anymore. Which I'm fine with. I don't care. I think the problem is, fact-checking is inherently biased. I'm not saying it's always wrong. I'm not saying it's more biased towards one side or the other, which on Facebook it probably is. But, I think people have to learn people shouldn't need someone to tell them how to think when they're looking at a piece of media. I'll say ideally, people don't need someone to tell them that. If you are retarded, if you are stupid as shit and you're online and you see something and you believe it and it's clearly fake, you have to learn. I'm saying it would be nice if someone told you it was fake, but at a certain point you have to realize that these things are fake. You have to understand that you can't keep looking at things on Facebook. Plenty of Facebook moms, they're not meant to be on Facebook, guys. Just get your mom off Facebook. I can actually hear my neighbor right now. It's kind of scary. I regret what I just said before because I heard him put something down. He could probably hear everything I'm saying. That's great. But anyway, Facebook moms, like if you go on Facebook and you see AI generated shit and you believe every single one of it, get off the internet. You should not be on the internet. It's not made for you. It's not made for you, and you need to grow a brain that's oriented towards the internet, or you're going to get swallowed up. You can't rely. Facebook can't flag every single post and say this is AI, this is fake news, this is not real. Sometimes you have to learn how to do research, and maybe that's the thing we're lacking in this country. It probably is. People doing research on their own and looking at sources that are not made up. You can't go on like saveamericanews.net. Some guy in a tinfoil covered van is like, oh, well, actually, Donald Trump is, I found in the Bible verse, Donald Trump is the Lord and Savior. That's not a news source. That's a guy saying shit. Not saying that primary news sources are always that reliable, but you can tell when something's complete garbage and not. So I'm fine with, I'd be fine with every platform getting the like community notes thing taken out or whatever. I don't care. I don't care about all that. At a certain point, guys, you can't just trust everything you see on the internet. That needs to be something that is ingrained in your mind. Anytime you see something, you should be like, "What is that real?" I don't think that's real. Let me look it up. Everything you see should be. I make plenty of videos, right? I make plenty of videos. This is my thing. I've had many jobs in the past. I'm not lying about them, but they're extravagant. I say crazy things, and people believe them because they're true. I want to be clear. They're true. I say crazy things, but no one does research. They look at my video, they go, what the heck? This can't be real. And then they don't actually look it up. You go, there's no way this is real. You're right. Oh, wow, you're good guess. Maybe follow through with it. My goodness. So, fact checking is, it doesn't need to be done. I'll just say that. I'm fine with it staying, but I think it's so much work. And then when you do have a fact checking, like, system in place and something hasn't been fact checked, people might be like, oh, well, it doesn't have the fact check thing on it, so it must be real. The fact checkers didn't get to this one. It must be real. So it puts the burden, sorry, I'm hiccuping, puts the burden on proof, the burden of proof on you a little bit, that you have to now look at everything instead of if you weren't fact checking, you would have to look at nothing. So yeah, I'm fine with it. We'll see though. We'll see. Obviously, if TikTok gets banned, Facebook, Instagram, all these other platforms get a little bit of a boost. Instagram Reels, what have you. So maybe they're preparing for that. Maybe, I'm not sure. I still don't think TikTok is getting banned. Today is filming this January 8th. I think TikTok gets banned the 20th or the 19th, according to now. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I would bet money that it's not going to be banned, or at least it's going to be postponed to a later point. I think it's bullshit that it's going to get banned, but I'm really not preparing for it to get banned. I'm assuming it's not. I'm living life as if it's not going to get banned. And if it does, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I use TikTok as my most used platform. And honestly, I wrote down on the sheet, I don't use TikTok enough these days. I don't go on TikTok enough. But it's my most used platform. And, I'm on every other platform pretty much. Again, if you guys go to mattlipari.com, you have every one of my links. Follow me on LinkedIn, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everything. Everything gets posted. But TikTok is the most fun, I'll say. TikTok is the most fun. The biggest community we have. I get the most enjoyment from posting on TikTok. So it would suck if it goes away, but again, I don't think it is. So, my neighbor's out. My neighbor left his house. Let's hear what happens. Am I going to hear the Chinese woman? Am I going to hear the Asian woman? He's locking his door. I don't know why I'm whispering. You can probably hear me. It's kind of scary when there's someone in the hallway. I used to live the same apartment where I had my neighbors having sex above me. I used to live. It was kind of like it was a shitty apartment. I don't know why. I found it on Craigslist, and I just wanted to live in Manhattan to try it out. It was my second time living in Manhattan, and this was last year or 2 years ago. And I was trying it out, and I lived in front of the elevator on the floor. and it was like a hotel room, so it was just straight through, and then my front door was the elevator. So there'd just be people hanging out in front of my room the entire day waiting for the elevator. I was on like the 7th floor, and it was so annoying because I could hear them. They could definitely hear me. When I was making videos, it made me like self-conscious. I'm like, they can hear everything I'm saying. They're going to think I'm a fucking idiot. When I was filming it was just bad. It ruined my... Feng shui is a thing. I'll say that. Feng shui is a big thing, especially with doors and opening. Like bathroom feng shui is very important. Bedroom feng shui. And in this case, making videos. So my front door is close to me right now, but it's around the corner. So I'm projecting in the opposite direction. So that might make a little bit of a difference. But if I was doing this podcast and my front door was right there, it would make me very self-conscious, I'll say that. I probably wouldn't say half the things I said, which would make this a worse podcast for sure. But, yeah, what was I talking about? TikTok, anyway? Yeah, I haven't been going on TikTok as much. Part of my job, honestly, which is crazy, is going on TikTok. Is finding videos to react to, finding videos that are fun, finding weird videos. And whenever I have a lack, like I haven't made a video today that I'm going to post, but I don't have a good library to choose from. I go on TikTok, I look through videos, I'm like, that's funny, I could react to that. And then I save it, and then when come time to make a video, I'll go through my saved videos and I'm like, what can I react to? And when I'm doing bad and when I'm not being inspired and not making good videos, it's just because I don't have good videos saved. It's because I haven't been going on TikTok enough and finding good stuff. And it's because my algorithm could shift too, but it's kind of crazy to think that part of my job, literally one of the most important parts, is scrolling mindlessly and rotting my brain on TikTok. Is killing my brain cells is one of the most important parts of my job. Scrolling through. And part of me, like, it takes a lot of self-control, is I have to swipe through things that I otherwise would want to watch, because it's like, if something about the Mets comes up, I'd love to see it, but it's going to make more Mets stuff show up on my algorithm, and I don't want that, because I just want to look at videos I can react to. I'm not going to react to a Mets video. So things will pop up, and I'll be like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, shit, I have to swipe through. Or else TikTok's going to think I want to see more of this. And it's a big problem, too. Like, TikTok knows, too. Like, when there's been times where I've broken up with someone or I've been depressed in a relationship funk, and TikTok knows. I don't know how they fucking know, but I'll linger on a video about a relationship too long, and then everything is just like, oh, are you sad? You're crying? They're not the one for you. Get a life, you bitch. Get a life, you loser. They're not the one for you. Pick yourself up. Stop crying. It's just some weird things like, oh, actually, the letter S wants you back. If this letter's drawn in the sand, they actually secretly want you back, and they're going to text you in 2 seconds. I don't think I've ever been with someone with the letter S, so that was safe. Have I? I don't know. I can't remember. I don't think so. It doesn't come to mind. What's a cool letter S name? Stephanie or something? Sarah? Seraphine? That's a cool name. Yeah. Actually, I have. Never mind. Whoops, my bad. I have been someone with the letter S. Sorry about that. I missed you. Okay, so yeah, I need to go on TikTok more. And if TikTok gets banned, I should probably go on Instagram Reels just to see the lay of the land, because I don't go on Instagram ever. I don't look at anyone's stories. I go on to post and to look at my messages. Maybe if someone's trying to message me. That's it. I barely go on. I'm an influencer. I don't even go on fucking Instagram. I don't post stories. I should. I just don't. I'm kind of, I don't know. I would say I'm lazy, but also I don't care. I'm sure you guys are doing great. Any one of my friends who's watching this, I'm sure you guys are doing great. I'm sure you have some really cool stuff to show. I'll see it eventually, maybe. But you drank a matcha latte this morning? Congrats. I don't care. I don't care. You went to a cool restaurant? Congrats. That's so great for you. I don't care. I don't need to look at that. I don't care in the nicest way possible. I do care. Great for you. Good for you. I would love to go to a nice restaurant. I don't care. Shut up. Oh yeah, and then Instagram now has, or Facebook too, has AI influencers or something. What the fuck is that? I can't even speak English because it makes no sense. It's just a AI generated influencer. It's a fake person, and they're like, I honestly think I was being trolled. I didn't fact check this. That was real, but it was like one of a single black mom who's not real, not a real woman at all. She's like, I love empowering single black moms or some shit. I'm like, what? That's not real. That's not a real person. That's a robot. And they're posting fake AI generated pictures on their profile. It says AI generated on there, but what's the point? If a bot comments on my video and then I click on their profile and it's a bot, I'm not going to be like, that's so nice of them. That's so sweet. I'm be like, what the fuck is this? So there's enough users on Instagram where you don't need bots. We don't need to artificially pretend that there's more users. Makes no sense. You're hurting your own platform by doing this. Advertisers are going to be like, wait, you have bots on there? How are we going to know what's real? What is Facebook going to be like? You don't. They're going to be like, I don't want to go on Facebook anymore. What the heck? I don't want to advertise on Facebook. How do I know? AI people don't buy products. AI people don't see a weird sex toy company advertising and be like, I want that. They don't buy shit. AI doesn't buy anything. One day AI will buy stuff. That's kind of crazy. We have our own personal robot that's buying stuff on Amazon. You have to like, how'd you get my credit card, robot? You bought too many Robux. What the heck? This guy's buying Clash of Clans gems using my credit card. This fucking stupid ass robot. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. So they're getting backlash for that, rightfully so, but I don't know what they're gonna do about it. I just don't get it. What is that? AI influencers. That's crazy. People think I'm AI. Imagine this was the most complex version of AI. I was the best prototype for AI. That'd be amazing. My head just like opens up with metal parts coming out. That'd be cool. I would post that video and then delete it, and then like 5 of you would see it, and everyone else would be in denial. You'd be like, what the fuck? It was real. I saw it. His head came apart. He's a robot. And I'd be like, no, you guys are on drugs. You guys are insane. You guys are lunatics. And secretly I would know that I'm a robot, and you would know as well, but I would gaslight you into oblivion, and you would go crazy in a mental asylum, and then I would take over the world. If I was a robot, I would take over the world. Truly. I would. You'd have no chance. You would have no chance. And it'd be fine. My world would be a good world, honestly, guys. My world would be a very good world. I think you'd all be very satisfied. I'd be the Justin Trudeau of the world, which is not what you want to be, so I take that back. He's just a good-looking guy who does blackface in his spare time. He does blackface in his spare time, but it's fine. People don't care about that. They just care that he's good-looking. Even though he's not the prime minister anymore, he resigned in a very that was the most political speech I've ever seen when he resigned. The most politician way of speaking. I don't even know. I can't even repeat it, but it was just every 2 seconds he's paused. I am resigning from my position as Prime Minister of Canada. All right, I've teased this story many times, and I decided to tell it right now this episode. My full ayahuasca story. I'm going to tell a story. I did ayahuasca in 2023. I don't do any drugs. Let me be clear. I'm really not a drug user at all. I've never really done anything heavy besides ayahuasca. So this was a spur-of-the-moment thing. I was on a trip in the Amazon rainforest. It was my brother and our friend. We went to the Amazon rainforest, and it was supposed to be this nature adventure trip, which it was. But we paid this man money who had the best-rated Amazon tour guide company on the internet. It was like a real tour. You go in the woods and you camp. And this man he's kind of a scam artist. I think his company went under. We tried to buy his company from him. It's a long story. And I think that caused him he's just a complete disaster. That caused we tricked him into thinking he could sell his company, and then he went crazy. And then I think the company's down under. So we caused the demise of this man's company. But he takes our money and he pawns us off to another guy who's like a local Amazon tour guide. Who's very nice, is very knowledgeable. He's a good tour guide. He is a good tour guide, but there's a miscommunication between them, and he doesn't actually know what our itinerary should be, and he doesn't know exactly what was promised to us. So the trip wasn't as planned. We'll just say that. But the beginning of the trip, my brother mentions ayahuasca, just like, oh, I heard people do it here, and the guy's like, yeah, people do it. We can actually do it. He gets very serious about this. He's like, yeah, ayahuasca is it's a very sacred thing to a lot of them. It's a native person, a native Brazilian man. Like, this is part of their culture, doing ayahuasca. I think this man said he's done it like 20 times probably. So he's like, yeah, we can do it. So it's a few days in. We're in this trip in the woods, pooping, shitting in the woods, eating whatever food, living in hammocks on the boat. The trip, basically, you get in a boat, you go to a different part on this river. It's not the Amazon River. It was like a tributary. I don't remember the name of the river, which is bad on me. But we went to this native person's house, and then we're going, and then he's like, hey, tomorrow we're going to do the ayahuasca. He sits us down. Tomorrow we're going to do it. It'll be $50 a person, by the way, in the middle of the most sincere conversation. It's $50 a person, by the way. Make sure you have the money. We're going to do it. He's like, this is very serious. Like, this is not just a fun thing to do. Like, this is, if you have existential problems going on in your life or some issues, you're going to think about this. This can help you answer your problems. So I was like, okay, I don't really have any big problems, but some parts of my life, my career, whatever, that I was thinking about could be answered. So he's like, yeah, tomorrow we're not going to eat that much food. You're not supposed to eat a lot before it. You're supposed to keep it very light because having all these oils and stuff or beer in your stomach is not good for you. And also you're going to throw up. He said that. You're going to throw up. You're going to poop. You're going to poop everywhere. You're going to throw up. So that's a side effect if you didn't know. So we're going to keep it light because things could get crazy. So the next day, where it's kind of lingering above us, we're going to do it today. We're going to do it today. We eat a light meal. I remember at lunch, we're all trying to eat more, and he's like, put that fucking down. Put that shit down. It was like a fried arapaima, I think, is a fish of the Amazon. We're like also hungry. He's like, no, you're not eating that. Told you not to eat that. This native person made it at their house. Very nice people. And then I forgot what else we did that day, but we, pitch black. We landed this campsite. We set up pitch black. And he's like, all right, we're going to do it. So we set up our hammocks as we normally did in the pitch black, just like this peninsula that we went to. I think it was a campsite. There was like a fisherman's campsite or something. It was like the only actual campsite we went to the entire time. But we set up our hammocks, and he starts a fire. He's going to cook us dinner while we're tripping on ayahuasca, which is very nice of him. It was like some fish chunks. So and ayahuasca is a tea. So we picked up the tea at this person's house before they made us the fish. And he gives us the tea, and we're supposed to drink it. It's like this brown sludge. It's disgusting, truly disgusting. I'd rather drink my own poop in a cup, especially now, but we'll get to there. It gives us this tea, and you got to drink the whole thing, and then you lay in your hammock, and you're supposed to keep your eyes open, your head up, and you're supposed to look at the sky. And I said about 45 minutes, it'll start to work. So he's our like trip sitter, whatever you call it. He's cooking on the fire, making us some nice food. He's coming around to us as we're all laying there. We all drink it. I'm laying there. And we're all in like this configuration. We're all near each other in the hammocks. And he's coming around. He's like, how are you feeling? How are you guys feeling? You feeling good? He keeps coming around like every 10 minutes. I'm like, yeah, nothing's happening. And so 45 minutes, my friend, it starts for him. So it's working for him. And my brother and I, it's not working for us yet. So he goes, all right, I'm going to give you guys some more liquid. I'm going to give you guys some more ayahuasca. He gives my brother half a cup. He gives me a full cup because apparently I was the obese one on the trip. I weighed maybe 10 pounds more than my brother, maybe 20 or 30 pounds more than my friend. Apparently I need heavy elephant tranquilizer levels of ayahuasca, according to this man. So he gives me another cup, and at this point I have grown to... The first time I drank the cup, I was like, this tastes disgusting, but I can stomach it. It's been sitting in me for a while. I'm like, I can't stomach this. This is disgusting. So I try to drink that next cup. I drink maybe half of it. The rest of it like dribbles on my shirt. I'm just like, I can't drink it. So I have about 1 and 1.7 cups of ayahuasca, and then I lay back down. So keeps more time pass, probably another 45 minutes, and now it's working for my brother. So 2 people are currently tripping. They're on ayahuasca. They're going. I can hear them making noises. I think one of my friend was crying at one point. I want to blow up his body. He's like sobbing, and I'm just laying there. I'm like, damn, nothing's happening to me. What the heck? What the heck? I'm missing out on the cool stuff. So I'm just laying there, and we lay there for a total probably 4 or 5 hours, just laying there. And at a certain point, he keeps coming around to me, keeps checking, and I'm like, maybe like at one point I think I started to see like cooler patterns than normal, but that's not what they all said they saw. So I don't think it was working for me at any point. So at a certain point, I get it. It's been hours, and he's not going to give me any more. And I'm like, all right, I need to just, like, it's not going to work for me. I need to get my life back together. So I remember I tried to stand up out of my hammock because I'm just laying there with this disgusting sludge. It's like drinking out of a pothole in New York City, just sludge in my stomach. And I remember standing up because I'm like, I need to get some air. I need to reposition myself. And it felt like I was piss drunk. It felt like I was the most drunk I've ever been in my life, in the sense that I couldn't walk at all. I was like staggering. I had no control of my legs at all. My mind was fine. My brain was completely lucid and sharp. So I'm leaning up against this tree, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is it? Am I being poisoned right now? Is this what it's like to be roofied or something? This is crazy. So I'm leaning against this tree, and I remember every like 30 minutes I would just start laughing to myself because I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? But my mind is fine. My mind is fine. But like I can't, so I'm leaning against the tree and I'm just like, ugh, this is disgusting. These 2 guys are tripping. Afterwards they're like, why did you keep moaning? And I was like, because it's fucking gross, guys. So I'm leaning against the tree, and it's not going to work for me. At this point I've resigned. The ayahuasca did not work. It did not do what it intended to do, but all the side effects worked. All of this, we're in the middle of the woods, pitch black. I want to be clear. Pitch black outside. The moonlight is the only thing we have in the woods, in the Amazon rainforest. And I'm leaning against this tree, and I'm like, fuck. This is fucking disgusting. So I go back in my hammock, and if you recall, I said it about 2 minutes ago. He said, this is a thing. He said, everyone's going to throw up, everyone's going to poop. Everyone's going to throw up, everyone's going to poop. If you do it the first time, he said, at his point, after he's done it 20 times, he doesn't do that anymore. Everyone's going to throw up, everyone's going to poop. So I'm like, all right, I don't throw up. I never throw up. So I'm laying in my hammock. It's probably two or 3 hours into this, and I have this sudden urge I cannot control it to throw up. I cannot control it. This is a gross part of this. So I'm in my hammock, and I just lean over the edge, and I just throw up. I just throw up, and it's hardy. It's hardy, and it's not a good situation because I'm in a hammock, and then below me is just like a trench full of disgusting vomit and dirty leaf. Like basically, if my hammock fell in the middle of the night, I just fell into my own excrement. It's disgusting. So I throw up, and I throw up continuously for probably an hour. I throw up so much that it makes my brother snap out of his trip and throw. Once you throw up, they say it's over. So I throw up so much, he gets disgusted, he starts throwing up. It's like a chain reaction. I caused everyone in the Amazon to start throwing up. So he starts throwing up. It's just two boys, the two Lipari brothers, throwing up off the side of their hammock. And I've never thrown up this much. I threw up everything in my body. Truly, at a certain point, it felt like I was throwing up battery acid. It was I didn't see what the color was because it was pitch black, but it was probably black. It was probably pure, just pure. It would burn your face. If I threw up on you, your face would melt off. I was a dragon at that point. I was a human dragon. And it wouldn't stop. My brother kept being like, hey, stop throwing up. I'm like, hey, I'm actually interested in stopping throwing up, you idiot. I can't stop. My body is revolting against me. And it sounded bad. It was like demon throwing. It was like, it's like I'm being exorcised. I truly think a demon left my body that day. I was a monster. The demon was waiting, and I killed him. Thank God I killed him. But it was disgusting. So my friend didn't throw up. It was me and my brother, we threw up. My friend didn't throw up. And at that point, I was like, nice. Everything's good. I threw up. I'm safe. No, there was still poop after that. You still had to poop. And I don't know where we bought. There was like shops along the river where we bought like snacks and stuff. Like there's just native people selling stuff along the river. It's not very wildernessy at certain points. It's just like people selling stuff on the side. But we bought paper towels at some point. I don't know what for. Maybe it was for the ayahuasca. Maybe we knew. But thank God we had paper towels because we had to go shit in the woods. Shitting in the pitch black in the woods. I guess I had a flashlight. And how you do that is you hang off a tree. So you grab the tree here, if you can see. You grab the tree in front of you, and then you crouch, holding onto the tree, and then you just pull down your pants, and you go, black, black. It's like a little ice cream squirt. And it was, guys, I'm going to be real, it was pure liquid. Pure, oh God, getting nauseous thinking about this. Pure just, my insides were liquefied. It was like a juice. It was like you put my organs in a juicer and then swirled it around. And I squirted it out. And that didn't stop. I don't know how many times I did it, probably 5 individual journeys to new trees. And then I would go to a tree I've already been to or someone else has been to. I'm like, shit, I can't go here. I can't poop on their poop. That's not how it works. Can't double down. So it got gross. It got very gross. And you can't go wash your butt in the river. There's fucking caimans, crocodiles. There's piranhas and stuff. So in the middle of the night, not ideal to go wash yourself in the river. So I had some like wet wipe things that we used, but it was nasty. Thank God the next day we had a full body cleanse in the river. Ugh, it was nasty. And then we just talked about it for a while. No one was hungry. Our guy was cooking fish for us over the fire. No one was, bro, I just threw up everything in my body. I'm not eating that. I ate some the next day. It had ants all over. I was picking off the skin. I was like, get these ants off. Just truly disgusting. Truly just foul. I don't even want to tell the story. Truly foul. Eating just this stick of meat has been sitting outside over this fire. Then the next day, the vultures came. So we picked up all of our toilet paper or our paper towels because it was the next day. Well, besides that, the previous day. This story's getting long, my God. We talked about my brother and my friend talked about what their experience was. They're like, oh my God, I was so connected with the nature. I saw this guy. They were like talking about how they needed to change their lives. By the way, none of them changed their lives at all. They were such bullshit. None of them did anything differently. Then my brother was like, I learned that I need to help you more, Matthew. I need to help you more. You need my assistant. Didn't help me. He didn't. Literally the next day he was like making fun of me. I fell down. He's like, you bitch, fucking loser, stupid ass bitch. My other friend was like, about his family. I don't want to reveal exactly, but he's like, oh my God, I need to be... Don't think anything changed with that. So they had this amazing experience. They're like, we don't need to do anything about it. But they were like, I felt so connected to the atmosphere, the stars, everything. And I'm like, yeah, guys, I threw up everywhere. I had a good time. I had a good time being pissed drunk on this tree. And then our guide was like, hey, if you want to try again tomorrow, we can do that. I'm like, fuck no, I don't want to try again tomorrow. What the heck? I'm not doing this shit ever again. For like months after that, if I even smelled something that smelled remotely close to ayahuasca, I would gag. It would be like a beer or something, and I would smell it. I'd be like, it'd be war flashbacks. I know what it's like to be in Vietnam, because that was my Vietnam. Even today, I think if I smelled it again, shivers would be sent down my body. So I would try it again. I'd like to see the outcome of it when it works. But the taste is so nauseating. It's like drinking poison. Truly just drinking a vial of poison, or a cup of poison, a full cup. My God. But I would do it again. I need to join Aaron Rodgers and do it again. So we talked about it, then we went to sleep. We probably slept for only a few hours. And then the next day we had to take sticks and pick up our poop paper towels, because we're not going to leave it in the woods. And then we burned it in the fire. There's a little fire pit there. We burned it. And then also vultures came down. There was vultures that they just always were hanging around the campsite, and they would eat your poop. This is what vultures are disgusting. They eat dead things. They eat straight up just eating poop. They're like, you guys want any of this? No? Oh, we can take it? Dope, dude. Hey, Jim, they left our poop for us. Thanks, bro. And they just come and eat it. There's no sustenance. They just eat the poop. Like, okay. That's nice. So it didn't go to waste, I guess. That's good. I don't know if they start tripping from the poop. That's a good question. Ayahuasca vultures, like a horror movie. It's like a $10,000 horror movie you make in your backyard. Just an amateur filmmaker. The ayahuasca vultures. But yeah, no, it fucked me up for a few days, because I was pooping badly for a few days. It stays in your system, I guess. It ruins everything. It was just not good. And it was not worth it. I would not do it again. If I knew that was the outcome, I would not do it. It was a good story, I guess. Not really. It's kind of a disgusting story. Some of you guys fast forward, like, when is the ayahuasca story done? When is this fucking bullshit over? See, that's my story. So everyone's saying their life changed on ayahuasca. Didn't change my mind, right? It didn't make me crazy. I'm not a schizophrenic monster. I'm not paranoid. I'm not, it didn't make me this chill dude. You guys watched my videos before I did ayahuasca and after. It's the same thing. I don't think it changed anyone I know either. So yeah, I think it was an interesting experience that I would do again just to see. But yeah, there was... So when people say ayahuasca is crazy, sometimes it doesn't work, guys. There's a chance it doesn't work. Chance it does nothing, and you're just pooping and shitting and throwing up for no reason. So Aaron Rodgers, I don't know how many times he's done it. That motherfucker's got it good. That man's got it good. Everyone else has got it good compared to me, or... Well, there's some people that go crazy, but they don't have it good. Everyone else, you're lucky. If anyone else here has done ayahuasca, you're lucky. Because you could be like me. No point. There was no point in doing it. It was like taking way too many laxatives and then just chilling. Watching your friends have a good time. Taking laxatives and then watching your friends go to an amusement park and have the time of their life. And then they throw up because they had too much fun on the ride. I throw up because I just took a handful of laxatives and poison. So that's my story. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's my I actually do have one more story, but I'm not going to tell that. That one's a little too fresh. That one I need to wait about a year. This ayahuasca story is over a year old at this point. It was December of 2023. So I got to wait the other one over a year. But that one's a stupid story. That one's so stupid. But I'll tell it at some point. But yeah, so that's cool. It's a cool story, right? I'll keep saying that to myself to justify it. I've been trying to turn it into a joke, and I can't effectively turn it into a joke. I think pooping and throwing up is just not... It's hard. It's hard. I have to find a different angle, but I'm not sure. So I'll work on it. But yeah, that's my story. So anyway, back to real life. I've told that story on dates many times. No, I don't know. I don't bring it up in the first place. I don't know where it comes up, but it's kind of... I feel like it gives me kind of an edge sometimes. They're like, oh, this guy did ayahuasca. This guy poops himself. Hey, I just met this new guy online. He loves pooping himself. He poops in the woods all the time. He's so cool. Oh my God, he throws up everywhere. He throws up everything. What can I say, ladies? I'm your dream man. I am Ken from Barbie, as we showed by my ascot here. Is that the right term for it? No. I am swiping back in the apps again. New year, new me. New wife to find. Not very... it's not going too well. I guess I've only been doing it for a few days, but I'm not putting a lot of faith into it or a lot of effort into it. kind of just chilling a little bit, just seeing where the road takes me. But what I read about that? Yeah, I guess I tell people about the ayahuasca. I haven't told them in a while. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. I guess I feel like in my mind I should always be on the market. I shouldn't ever not be looking for something, because you never know when something could come by. It hasn't been that good so far. Like, I haven't really found success. Obviously, I'm still single, even though I've met a lot of great people in the last year. But, I should always be open to the opportunity. And it takes nothing to swipe. I'm swiping a lot per day, I'll say that. As a man, I have to. I have to swipe a lot a day, but it doesn't take that much effort. I'm not really doing much. I have to be honest, I don't really do much deep depth when I'm swiping. Are you attractive? Yes, yes, yes. And then if we match, I go, hey, do I like you? Do I like you? Actually, no, I'm never speaking to you. Do I like you? Yes, I do like you. You seem cool. We'll see. I'll send you a message, then you never respond to me. And I go, damn, that sucks. What can I do better? I should just message, hey, have you done ayahuasca? Hey, you like poop? Hey, I'm actually a really big fan of pooping. You like poop? All right. But, I have a story about it. I forgot to tell the story in my last episode where I was recapping the dates. It was a story about, the date itself was fine. I'll say this. We didn't go on a second date. I wasn't too interested again, but it was fine. It wasn't bad. But, the person, I live in Manhattan, right? The person had Manhattan listed on their profile as where they lived, right? So I was like, okay, nice. I found out they didn't live in Manhattan. They lived in like Long Island, I think, which is far enough away where it's a problem. But I was like, okay, maybe they work in Manhattan. Obviously, they have Manhattan on their profile. So why would they have to be associated with Manhattan somehow? No, they worked in Long Island. They have nothing to do with Manhattan. Like, bro, you can't just put whatever location you want. And then when I find out you don't actually live there, what do you expect is going to happen? You can't put New York City and then you're like, oh, I live in Miami and I live in or whatever. I live in Miami and I'm visiting New York for a week. Okay, great. What do you think's going to happen here? I guess something could happen. A very short-term thing could happen. But if you're looking for a long-term relationship, I assumed you live in Manhattan. But that's not even the problem with the date. So that was my main reason. I'm like, bro, I don't want to be with someone who's, first of all, you lied about your location, which whatever, but you live so fucking far away. What am I going to take a plane to get to you? Not doing that. That's basically the distance between Long Island and Manhattan. I'm actually kidding. I would date someone in Long Island if they were the woman of my dreams. But it is annoying. It's an annoyance that I'd rather not deal with. But anyway, I just remember this whole day, just the start of it, which is not good. She chose the place. It was a restaurant I was visiting my parents at the time, so we went out by my parents' house. And she chose the restaurant. It was a place she had been to before and I'd been to. And I was like, oh shit, I like that place. Let's go. She chose it. I want to be clear. She chose the place. This place has 2 locations. She drove to the wrong one that she's never been to before. She drove to so I'm at this place at the time. She's like, oh shit, I drove to the wrong one. I'm like, bro, how is that even you went to a completely different, it's like 20 minutes away. You went to a completely different neighborhood. What is going on here? So I just sat there waiting for her and I was like, this is not a good start. This is not a good start. Like, she has no idea what directions are. She's not good with maps. That's kind of an annoying thing for me. Like, all right, you can't find your way around town. Interesting. What if I drop you off somewhere? You're never going to find your way back home to me? You're going to get lost, my sweet darling. So I was already on a bad foot there. And then I found out she didn't live in Manhattan. I was like, damn. The date otherwise was fine. It was fine. But those things, I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. Can't live like this. Especially if she can't find her way around places she lives far away. She's going to end up in fucking New Jersey. I'm like, hey, meet me by my apartment. She's like, oh, actually I'm in Connecticut. I made a wrong turn. Oh, whoops. Didn't realize you didn't know how to drive anywhere. No offense to her. She was perfectly fine, like I said. And the date was it was fine. Actually, no, she said one other thing I remember. I hope she doesn't watch this, but whatever. She said she loves honking her horn when she's driving. And I was like, I hate you so much right now. I hate that. I hate people who honk their horn. She's like, I love slamming on the horn. I was like, bro, are you insane? I think you should be in jail for that. Honking on the horn for what? A mother of 3 is taking too long to cross the road? A paralyzed man is walker across the road? You're honking on the horn? Stop it. You monster. So that was that. So there's a bunch of things, but otherwise it was fine. I've been on worse dates than hers, but just things don't add up well. Things don't add up. But yeah, I'm back on the grind, and it feels a little bit different. I don't know this time. I don't know. New year, new me, like I said, but I don't know when you're off the dating scene for a little bit. Feels a little bit different. I see a lot of girls in their profile. They're like, "Hey, I love going to jazz bars." Guys, be fucking real for me. You love going to jazz bars? It's not going to work out. No offense to a jazz bar, but that can't be a hobby of yours. Going to a jazz bar. That's not a hobby, okay? That's what you do when your life is in shambles. Your wife left you and you want to get 2 old fashions for the price of 1 during happy hour. You go to the jazz bar. You see a weird New Orleans, not weird, I don't know why I called them that. You see this New Orleans soul singer belt their heart out and you go, I miss my wife and kids so much. That's what happens when you go to a jazz bar. It's not a hobby. 20-year-old girl going to the jazz bar, that's your joy in life? I can't do it. I'm so sorry, I can't do it. It's just too boring for me. I don't even want to go to a concert where I don't know the musician or I don't know the music. I don't like going to concerts that I don't like. That's my answer. I'm not going to a concert with Billy Two Shoes and the Sundance Band. I don't know who they are. I can't do it. I don't want to go to this concert. I don't want to listen to random people play music. I'm not interested. I'll go sometimes, but after I'm like, that was boring. I could have been doing so much more with my time there. Could have been touching myself for hours. So a jazz bar, they're barely even singing. They're shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. I think of like a Monsters Inc. That wasn't even a jazz bar. I'm just thinking of them at the sushi restaurant in the beginning. There's some jazz music playing. If it's jazz music playing, it's something else, fine. I guess at a jazz bar, you still talk to the person. Maybe I'm wrong. In my mind, jazz bar means I'm not talking to the person. I'm completely wrong. I could have my woman right here and be like, whispering sweet nothings into her ear while jazz plays. That's kind of nice. That'd be kind of sweet. I actually changed my mind. Let's go to a jazz bar. I changed my mind completely. If I can talk to you and it's nice, I will go there. If I can't talk to you and I have to listen to people play music that I don't want to listen to, not happening. I don't want to go. You're going to invite me to your concert? I mean, some concerts are fine. I'll go. You're going to invite me to your concert that I don't know anyone playing the music? I'll go sometimes. I can't go that much, bro. I can't go that much, I'll be honest. Can't go that often. I had a band, Carver Commodore band invited me. I went to their concert last year. It's I don't know how to describe them. I'll shout out to them because they're a nice guy in the band that has invited me multiple times. I went once with my friend. It was a good time. But I don't know any of the songs. They have openers and stuff. I don't know any of the songs. And it's not like it's good music, but at a certain point I'm like, all right, I don't know. I should probably know these songs before I go to a concert. I need to be in the mood to listen to other people sing songs that I know. So it's not like the music's bad. I'm not saying any of this music bad. Jazz music is good sometimes. You're like, I need a nice elevator music right now. But just that I guess I'm just distracted by, I have a low attention span maybe for some things, but I can't just sit there and listen to music that I don't know the words to. I can't do it. I'm not a Battle of the Bands judge. I'm not a camp rock judge. I'm a man. I'm a young boy who needs his attention to be provoked by thought, stimulus. Words don't even make sense coming out of my mouth. I am trying to sound smart, but I need superheroes on the screen. If Iron Man came out during one of these concerts and was like, pew, 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 I'd be like, oh shit, Iron Man. But he doesn't come out. It's just people singing songs. And I gotta live with that. That's why I'm a comedian and not a musician. Because in comedy, you follow along to what they're saying and they make you laugh. Music, I don't know what they're saying half the time. I just broke up with my wife and she is sucking off the neighbor's child and it is really weird. The child is above age. She's not a pedophile. That's what you're saying. I'm like, and then you don't even hear the words. You're like, oh yeah, this song's sick. And you're like, what the fuck? The hell is this song about? The song is called My Neighbor Jerry Keeps Looking at My Wife. What the heck? This is crazy. Okay, so jazz bars I will go if we can talk sweet nothings into each other's ear. I gotta go on a date this year. It's only been 8 days, right? What's the rush? Chill out, Matthew, chill out. I gotta find my wife. She's out there, but it's gonna be tough if I'm, doing comedy and perhaps one day touring around. That's kind of not really what a wife wants to see. She doesn't want to see her husband going to random cities every day. I don't know. I don't know if I can find my wife right now. She might not be good with what I'm doing. So, not that I'm going to be doing anything bad in these cities, but you know how it is. We'll see. Yeah. So anyway, what do we got here? All right, we got some weird Republican stuff to talk about to end this podcast. Ugh. So last week when the terror attacks were happening, all this stuff, just days after that, there were so many people making up new terrorist attacks. So many of these accounts are fear-mongering accounts. I hate this so much. This is where I guess fact-checking would be nice, but At a certain point, we all need to understand that these are fake accounts. They're making shit up. They're trying to make you scared. And they have all these bots in the replies that are just egging them on. So, after the terrorist attack happened, there's so many other people. They make some posts. They're like, Interstate 95 has been closed off as police respond to reports of a vehicle traveling high speed with bombs in or something. That didn't even happen. They're making shit up. It's just a police car on a highway they took a picture of. It's probably some guy getting a DUI. They made up some shit, and then every comment's like, our country's under attack. Our country's under attack. We need to do something about this. This is crazy. And you know what? People see that. They go, oh my God, our country's under attack. I believe this. What is happening? I'm so scared. Our country's under attack. No, these guys are making this up. They're fucking using your fear for their own agenda. These people are anti-American. They're pieces of shit. They are disgusting. But they keep doing it. They keep getting egged on by their bots, their army of bots, their army of weirdos. And it's gross. Fear sells stuff. Fear gets people in office. And they love promoting fear. They love promoting fear. So it's not good. And there's plenty of other people who will post a regular video, seemingly innocuous video, and it is an innocuous video. It's fine. Am I using that word right? Probably. Just a video of like Hillary Clinton standing there or something. And they do this all the time, and it's so annoying. They just go, what do you notice? ? That's the post. Just a video of that. What do you notice? And a million people just respond. It's nothing. You're not supposed to notice anything. There's nothing wrong with the video. People just saying weird shit. She looks like a lizard. She didn't look at this guy in the eye. Her hand looks weird. Sometimes they'll digitally alter the video. They'll make it seem like she's like a monster. It's like pixelized like JFK assassination video. What do you notice? It's completely people making shit up. Everyone's making shit up because they want you to form an opinion, and then they want to drive in on that opinion. They want to get you to think that you came up with the fear, that you're discovering some big secret. It's the same thing with like QAnon or something. You're the one in power. You did the research. You figured it out. You didn't do anything, guys. I guess you did, but it's completely misled. You figured out nothing. So it's disgusting what these people post, and there's so many people doing it. There's so many accounts, and they should be, honestly, these are the type of accounts that should be banned because they're just so bad. I don't know what they're selling. They're selling fear. They're selling fear, and it's awful. So I wish I had a bigger platform on Twitter. I do wish I had a bigger platform on Twitter. My God. Oh, hey, Twitter. I got crazy following on Twitter. On Twitter, I have no followers because I don't post. I don't like posting written comedy and stuff. But there's just so many things I would just love to call out. I'd be like, what the fuck are you guys doing? What is this? What is this? But it doesn't matter because the people that were following me wouldn't be the people that are watching or looking at those posts. So it's tough. We're in a rock and a hard place. We're between a rock and a hard place, man. All right, I got one more thing here. Oh, there's also people online. I think Donald Trump, no, not even Donald Trump. Just some random one of these like Donald Trump fan club accounts was like asking people, should we eliminate Pride Month and make it instead Veterans Month or something? That was the poll, and of course every comment is like, yes, we love our veterans. Yes, veterans need a month. I think veterans do have a month. Number one, but also, what does eliminating Pride Month even mean? What are you guys even saying? You guys are just so stupid. What are you do? Let's rename the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Why? What's the point? Nobody can. This is stupid shit. You run on a platform of helping the average American. No one gives a fuck that the Gulf of Mexico is not named the Gulf of America. No one cares. But the same thing with eliminating, I just forgot the topic. I have to look at the sheet. No more looking at the sheet. Same thing with eliminating Pride Month. Okay, you're going to put people in jail if they walk in the street wearing a rainbow flag. If a gay person steps outside and goes, yay, it's Pride Month, you're going to shoot them in the face? What does eliminating Pride Month mean? The government isn't establishing Pride Month. The government isn't administering the parade. It's gay people. It's homosexual people. The homosexuals are administering Pride Month. The transsexuals, those transvestites, I don't even know the difference. Those lesbians, we're the ones doing Pride Month. We can't take it away from them. They will revolt. They will go crazy. It's people in the streets. So that's not a thing. You made it a month. It's already celebrated as a month. What is it, July or June or whatever? You can't, guys, there's no going back from that. It's the month. Like Black History Month is February. You can't be like, oh, we'll get rid of it and make it White History Month. Black people are still going to celebrate it. I'm not saying you should do that. Obviously, we don't need a White History Month. Black History Month, it's February. people who have celebrated this are still going to celebrate it. They're still going to do stuff. You can't take it away from them. So you want to also celebrate veterans? Let's just celebrate gay veterans. How about that? Let's make it a homosexual gay veteran month. Just have all the veterans show up naked on a float with their little sailor caps. The gays would go crazy for that. They'd fawn over these gay veterans. A gay man I don't think gay men like anything more than a man in a uniform. They go, I can get me some of that. I am dangerously close right now. But, yeah, so it's not going to go away. You can't do that. You can't outlaw Gay Pride Month, you fucking idiots. Fucking morons. But what can you do? It's just stupid shit. It's just stupid shit that, the Southern moms eat up. Oh, my God, I would love... My Uncle Jim served in Vietnam. He would love a month to himself. Jim doesn't even give a shit. Jim doesn't care. What are they going to do? We have Memorial Day parades. We have all that stuff. Listen, the gays just like to party more than everyone else. Even if you had a Veterans Month, which apparently we do. I didn't look it up, but apparently we do. They wouldn't go crazy. The gays love going crazy. Listen, they know how to party, is what I'm saying. Veterans, they don't know how to party as much. They don't know how to, it's not about giving them the ability to have the month. You give them the month, they're like, we didn't want all these, give them a couple days. We don't want all these months. That is 28 days too many. The gays are like, we could use an extra couple days. We didn't have enough. We have way more activities planned. We did not have enough days. They're sucking, they're fucking, they're doing whatever they want. Amen to them. Amen to them. What can I say? Yeah, that's that's all I'm going to say. So that's the episode, guys. Thank you all for watching. That was so amazing. I don't even know what number we're at. I think we're at episode 25 or something. We're getting close to a half a year's worth of episodes, which is crazy because it feels like I started this podcast a month ago. But we're having a lot of fun here. Thank you all for listening. Again, if you go to meatsangria.com, you can see more about the podcast. You can see all the links to the podcast, even though you're listening to it right now, so it doesn't make sense. You can check out more popular episodes. And hopefully soon I'd like to add a section where you can ask your own questions that I answer on the podcast. So I plan on adding that soon at some point. That'd be fun. Not that I don't have much things to talk about. I feel like now I have a good amount of things every week to talk about, but it'll always be nice if you guys have would love to have you guys call in or with random, life advice stuff. Or I think a bunch of podcasts do that, but if you guys are your mother's brother-in-law is dating your sister's father, and you're like, what the heck is this? How do I get around this? I don't know what to tell you. I could say some random shit, or just you have random questions like, Matt, what do you feel about Pakistani people? I'd love to answer those questions. So you guys can ask them. You can ask them in the comments right now, and I'd answer them. But this would be a more streamlined thing. So thank you guys for watching. Meatsangria.com. You can go to mattlipari.com as well for everything you need. Remember, save the carrot meisters. Have an amazing week, guys. Don't get into too much trouble. And I will see you all later.